They have Science and Engineering Advisory Board at the White House. I want to make sure, in fact, I've been told that by the Minister of Science and Technology that I'm on the advisory board for the president, so we can advise him. When John F. Kennedy said that we have to go to put a man on the moon in 10 years, they did it in 9. And all the benefits and all the different technologies that came out of it, came out of space technology. If they can monitor the heart of a human being on the moon, heart rate, monitoring the heart rate of somebody on Earth, no matter where they are, is easy.
Piece of cake.
So those stretch goals is what I'm going to emphasize in Ghana as we advise the president. I'm being called by different countries right now, to come and, help them. But I want to do it here in Ghana first, so that we would move Ghana into the 21st century. As you said, I just wrote a book called Nanotechnology Commercialization. The first black person in the world to have a book on nanotechnology. This textbook is an international textbook being used in all universities, Tokyo, China, London, America. All the universities in the world are using this textbook. A product from Ghana, a product from Adisco, a product from Kwame Nkrumah University. As I said, I'm just like anybody else. When you have 7 patents in 6 years, it takes some people 3 to 10 to get 1. That's serious.
What's the secret, though? I mean, were you a born inventor? Were you making things mechanically minded when you were young?
Well, it has to be innate. It has to be part of it, your God-given talent. You remember when I said I was listening to the song Medawase, Ebenezer? Every day I say that to God. It's because genius comes from God. I say that. And genius has no color. And I believe strongly in myself that I'm able to do what Bill Gates does, what Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook does, what Tesla's founder does. Because my technology, the fiber optics, has enabled all these guys to expand their businesses.
All the guys who have sent tweets to us today, or have sent Facebook comments, or have watched a YouTube video, why should they be grateful to you and 3 other guys for the ability to do that? Well, in 1984, fiber optics has been developed, but it stayed in the lab. And if you have it in the lab, the world cannot use it. It will stay in the lab. For 15 years, it stayed in the lab. And so when I got a Corning, they said, Doc, this is the biggest problem we have. We've done the glass part. And as you can see here, this is the fiber optics. This glass is a thread, very, very thin. That's glass covered by coating. And when we are making it, if you touch it, it's going to break. So this glass was breaking anytime they were trying to pull it like toffee. You pull it beyond 2 meters a second, it breaks. It breaks.
And that stalled the development and implementation of fiber optics globally for 15 years. So when I was there, I knew this was a problem that has to be solved. Whether you use the Corning technology, outside vapor deposition process, or the AT&T inside vapor deposition process, or the Japanese technology, which we call OVD, axial vapor deposition process. When you make the glass, you take germanium tetrachloride, silicon, and deposit it. Once you make the glass and consolidate it, you have to put it in a draw furnace, heat it 2,000 degrees C. All this is explained in my book. The right stuff comes in black too. You have to pull it like toffee. As soon as you pull, you have to put the coating on it immediately, before it can touch anything or before you can wound it on the spoon.
But how did you figure it out? I mean, the problem that was unsolved for 15 years. I mean, how did you figure it out?
Well, inventors think in 4 dimensions. Everybody sees in 3. We think in 4 dimensions. We look at things in 4 dimensions.
What is the 4th dimension, sir?
Well, as I see, it's and Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. I put it as the first page in my book. Imagining things in four dimensions. I can see Ghanaians riding high-speed train now because I believe in it. I can imagine it, and I know it's going to happen. If not, other countries will bypass. So geniuses whether it's Einstein or whoever, myself, we look at things different from everybody else. You know, number one, we don't say, oh, this is how it's being done, that's it. We look at, oh, how can it be done? Kekule, who developed the benzene ring, he saw that in his sleep. In his sleep. And so, when I was given this problem, I was really imagining it, thinking about it, coming up, so even when I'm sleeping, 24 hours. So that's what led to the breakthrough for this global need.
Was there a particular dream or a particular thing you saw? Can you remember anything that said, aha, this is it. This is what we do to make it happen?
No, first of all, I knew that, you know, you got to have what is called uniform distribution around the glass as coming down. You got to have that uniform distribution. There's a lot of mathematics involved, boundary layer theory. I won't get into all that.
Okay.
But one thing I had used before, I developed before, is to make the applicator out of a transparent unit, so I can see inside the applicator. Nobody thought about that.
Okay.
All the 15 years. So I made it out of plexiglass and could see what was happening when the glass is coming down and the coating is being applied. And guess what I did? In 1984, I used a video, like camera like this, to capture it so I can see it on TV. So not only can I see, oh, where's the problem, I can sit and watch it on TV and think about the solution. That's how I came up with it.
So your breakthrough came, and for someone who is watching, what does it mean to him if he asks, so what? Well, what is the answer to the so what?
Well, when I did that, I solved a 15-year-old problem. People were thinking about sending pictures and information or data on glass fiber 15 years before then. But the production speed was 2 meters a second. That means you cannot replace copper wires with that. 2 meters a second makes fiber optics cost expensive. $1 and copper was 10 cents. So it doesn't, economically, you can't do that. Doesn't make sense.
You can't do business with that.
So when I developed the ability to see what's going on, I redesigned the application system in a way so that you have uniform. These are all covered in my patents. You can Google those patents and look at them. And we went to a factory to test it, and everybody was going, well, we've tried everything, what else can we try? And all of a sudden my boss said, Dr. Mensah has an invention, we should try it. That went to the top as the thing to try. And the manager said, we're going to shut the plant down in Wilmington, Delaware.
And try it.
When people are going to lose their jobs, their mortgage, then everybody want to try anything. And they don't even think whether you're black or how long you've been there.
Just want a solution.
They just want a solution. And so they dedicated 1 tower to test this device, this invention. They put it on showtime. Immediately it went from 2 to 20 meters a second. 20 meters, that's 10 times the speed of production. And that cut the cost of production of fiber optics from $1 to 10 cents of copper.
So now you are matching copper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so all the copper wires were replaced in America.
So you got them out of business.
I got them. I got
business.
them reboot.
Yes.
I got them into, you know, they saved their jobs. Everybody's happy. They used to call it a Mensah system for a few years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all the copper wires in America was replaced with this technology.
And so for the person at home, this means you get faster speed. Anytime you download a picture,
it goes faster.
It goes faster.
No
so if you're getting a quick service, it's because of your invention.
It's because of this. So we can have the entire social media in play now. You can send YouTube videos. You can send Facebook pictures. You can send Twitter. You can send all these. They are being transmitted over this glass at the speed of light, laser light. That's in milliseconds.
How does that make you feel?
I mean, well, coming from Ghana, it made me feel proud that you've impacted the world. You've made this possible.
Did anybody look down on you because you were black?
Well, people will look till you show them something. Once they see that, then they don't think color. When they are reading my nanotechnology commercialization book in China, Tokyo, London, they don't look at you as a black person or not. They look at you as somebody who can see things in the future, put it in practice, and make it happen.
Did you feel you had to work harder because you were black and people were...
Well, usually you did that. But once you're at a certain level, when I was editing that book, I choose the editors. You know, white, Chinese, I choose the 4 editors. I had one editor who is white, I said, if I don't get your manuscript in 6 months, you are out. 6 months, he didn't do it.
You fired him.
He was out. Big time professor. I put a younger professor there. I got it in 1 month. You know, you got to be serious. You got to believe in yourself, no matter what color you are, that you can do things and you can make it happen with your God-given innate talent. If you work hard at it and you believe it, you believe you're as good as anybody else. That is why the book is called The Right Stuff Comes in Black Too.
And that's your new book, your autobiography.
Yes.
Okay. Why are we not applying science at a greater speed in Ghana?
Well, that's why I'm here. America applies science and engineering. As I said, Donald Trump, our president, is surrounded by technology. He can sit here and say, hey, the nuclear submarine over there in North Korea, because of science and technology. His advisors are science. JFK putting man in the space is science. I'm here to do the same thing. We'll surround President Anado with technology and make sure that the ministers and the presidency is surrounded by technology. And their work, I mean, they use cell phones. They ride in airplanes. All this is technology. So what I'm trying to do here at this time is to make sure that the leadership is surrounded by tech. When I talk about high-speed bullet trains, that they know is technology. Japan has high-speed bullet trains that have been running for 45 years, not a single accident. So when Ghana has trains running at 20 miles per hour and it's derailing, something seriously is wrong.
How fast are those bullet trains?
220 miles an hour. It's like an airplane.
Exactly.
Except that it's on the ground.
And you want them to, we want Ghana to have...
I want Ghana to have that. That is what is going to move Ghana forward. I don't want to hear we got to crawl, we got to do this. No, we got to have this high-speed train. Because when we have it, and I advise our president to sign that contract the way India Prime Minister signed his.
How did he sign it?
He told the developers, whether they are from China or Japan, he said, don't make the train and ship it to us, just like you ship cars to us to drive. Don't do that. Make the components, bring it here, and let our Indian engineers work with you guys and learn and put on. There will be no fiber optics. There will be no internet.
So you're thick-skinned. You have to be thick-skinned to get things done?
We have to be thick-skinned. Yesterday, we had a little dinner with Adisada Old Boys again, and I tried to get all the questions from there. You know, I'm very grateful to them, you know, for the awards and accolades. They are all happy that I'm here. But I told them this, that we got to do this. This is so important to us. If we build this train, and we can do it in 3 to 4 years, in this administration, the Chinese have built 40 in 10 years. That's 4 every year. They can build Ghana's high-speed train in 3 to 4 years. If they build it, you'll be shocked what can come out of it. All of a sudden, we are thinking about the steel that the trains run on. Can we make it in Ghana? They are thinking about the different train parts. Can we make this in Ghana? Aluminum that we are negotiating with the Chinese for the Chibi bauxite. You know, if we do it here, can we use the components for the train? We'll be thinking along those lines. We're making things that has value in them that we can sell at a higher price. Because if we continue to sell only minerals and little oil here and that's it, we'll be like that for the next 40 years. But if we leapfrog and build these trains here, we will have the technology to build cars, technology to build trains, technology to build everything we need. Now Ghana doesn't manufacture anything, not even a match in a matchbox. This is serious. We don't even manufacture eyeglassware. You know, if somebody get mad somewhere and say, oh, I'm not going to ship Ghana nothing, you know what would happen.
You were in trouble.
So I want us to have the ability to manufacture things right here in Ghana. And if we build this train, it means we're going to create about, 90% of the districts are along the train line from here to the border. 90%. So we can put factories there that will manufacture things for the train. I can put what is called reaction injection molding, plastic molding materials, even in some of those factories. And they will make the parts, you sit in your car, all the plastics, they are all made by reaction injection molding. So inside the train, we can make those plastic components can be inside. In an airplane where you put your luggage, they are all done by that technology. So the technology we can develop, children, we can probably create 500 to 500,000 to 1 million jobs by building this train. When I met the World Bank president, Joachim Levy, he has been to Ghana. He showed me a picture of the president. You know what he told me? As soon as he saw the bullet train that we want to build in Ghana and the maintenance facility we want to build in Kumasi, you know what he said? Doc, this is what World Bank will fund. World Bank has 45 billion with a B set aside for infrastructure projects in Africa.
So we just need to come up with our plan.
We got to come up with a project that they will find. The World Bank leader say, this is it. That means bullet train, high-speed train, we got to build it.
Green light. I'm also looking at the Kumasi International Airport Design and Development with Aviation Maintenance Facility. This is something that is also close to your heart. Exactly what is it meant to do?
Well, I presented parts of this at the Diaspora Conference, which you moderated.
I was the host of that event,
And so, this is the 8-gate new airport maintenance facility that will be built in the middle of the country. These are two things. Once we do this, it means we can maintain airplanes right here in Ghana. Airplanes will fly from the 15 countries in West Africa to come here and get maintained. Instead of flying to Amsterdam, Ethiopia, South Africa, they'll fly closer, and we're going to train the engineers and the students coming out of high school to be mechanics, graduating out of high school. Boeing, the largest aircraft manufacturing company in the world, built 787. They've promised me they are willing to train the engineers from tech and all these high school graduates to come and be mechanics, give them certificates. Boeing has told me that, and I worked with them for 10 years in other areas. If they are willing to do this, I think we should take them up on it.
What is the government saying? Because in the end, you need a government stamp of approval to get some of these things done.
Well, I had a great meeting with Nanado. And I'll be meeting him again here, and the vice president. He said, Doc, make sure you work hard with my sector ministers on this. In fact, from here, I'll be meeting with Minister Dapa, who handles the aviation. For the first time, we'll be meeting face to face. This is so serious, it will bring technology to Ghana, it will bring money to Ghana, having a maintenance facility, and what's good about it is it's sustainable development. In other words, you are flying, you don't fly all the way to Amsterdam, spewing all these.
You maintain here?
Yeah, you maintain it here.
And then we have jobs here as well.
We have jobs here, we have technology transfer here, it will move Ghana forward.
We're wrapping up this conversation. I'm excited about the things you're saying because I can see a picture of a very interesting Ghana if these things come to pass. Let me just wind back to the beginning. And so your patents, I mean, you had 7 in 6 years. And what does that mean? I mean, so if you have a patent...
well, when you have an invention or patent, that means nobody has a claim to it but you. If they put somebody else's name on it, they don't get a patent.
So your inventions,
it's in your name.
You registered them, they're in your name.
Your name, U.S. patent. Now, what's interesting is that I have here all the 7 patents. 4 of them transform fiber optics forever.
Which is the technology behind the internet.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody now can take a cell phone and call America and call South Africa quicker, faster, is because of that technology. You know, all the telephone companies you have here, they all relying on this technology.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Are you rich?
I'm rich, but not probably the level that I should be, whether it's Mark Zuckerberg, you know, who are billionaires, you know.
But you're a millionaire from the patent.
Oh, yeah, you got to. Now, well, all my 4 books are also selling very well.
But this is where the deal
But this is where it starts. Now, this particular patent here, you see the crosshairs on TV when the smart bomb is hitting? That's the patent. We started that technology at Bell. So this is being used by the U.S. Department of Defense. It started all the smart bomb, this thing. That's why you see the arrow showing the missile flying. The missile has a little camera at the tip. that takes the pictures of the targets, digitizes and put it on the fiber optics so that the pilot have to just lock on something. He doesn't have to know how to do mathematics. He just has to know how to play video arcade.
Do you feel responsible when they take out somebody by long distance using your technology?
Well, we developed this to defend America. Let me put it that way, and to make the world safer. That's how I look at it. You know, but like anything, you can make mistakes. You know, and when I was talking about the GPS addresses last time, you put a wrong address, like we did. You know, we hit the Chinese embassy one point. You know, that's why the GPS, getting the right address, is very, very important.
You'll be following that conversation, right?
Yeah, we'll be doing.
What do you make about it, of that GPS conversation?
I think the Nanado and the vice president are right. You know, if only I want to change personally one individual address, that's free. Even 10, that's free. But to do it for the entire country, nobody will do that for you for free. And what's interesting is, if a fire is in that house and the address is not upgraded, the fire truck will go to the wrong place and let that building burn down. So this is so important. We got to have that.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to have that. Because even in my train, the bullet train, we're going to book fiber optic cable along the lines, the train route.
Your invention is coming to work again.
So that you can sit in the train 200 miles an hour and be on the internet. You can stay in Tamale and work at Accra. You know, because you get in 1.5 hours instead of 9 hours. You'll be late for work.
Did the Americans ask you to become a citizen, or you just decided?
Oh, yeah. No, well, once you do these things, you got to, you know. But what's more important that what I've done has made America number one. And I hope what I will do here will make Ghana number one.
I'm going to end on a musical note. I know you love that song.
I love that song. Yeah. I'll be giving the ushering this during their disco dinner.
Event,
what, 5,000 CDs or whatever, just to help, you know, the band and everything.
Okay.
But I'll be giving this. I'll be signing one for President Kufuor.
Yes.
And President Rollins. You know.